And there it is. Welcome and welcome back, you bleeping nerds. You be in. How y'all been, man? I ain't seen y'all since last Friday, man. What's up? Y'all been good, man? Y'all spent them checks from last week already, all broke already on Monday? Me too. Me too. You hate your job, stand up. That's right. That's right. And y'all know when I say that, y'all know what time it is. But before we get into that, like I said, you bleeping nerds. I'm your captain, man. I'm your skipper. You know what I'm saying? I'm the captain of this boat right here. You know, I'm not flying solo today, though, but I'm still the captain of this. But I'm your boy, A, man. It's good to see y'all. You know, to my right hand man. You know, it's been a minute. He been at his other job, like I told y'all. But he back with us today, man. Talk about our jam today. You know, it's our boy Raven, man. Say hello to the people, Raven.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing out there today?
I hope they doing good, man.
Same.
I know I am. I'm doing great. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm happy. I'm happy because we got a jam today, man. We got a jam for you today because we're reviewing here on UBN, Raven and I, Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Episode 4. Best episode of the season, in my opinion. I'm just hot take, I'm just spoiler, burying the lead right now. It was great. but before we get into any of that here on UBN, follow us on the socials here. Follow us on Twitter, Zitter, X, whatever the fuck Elon Musk is calling that shit over there nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Zitter Twitter. Follow us on Zitter Twitter at YouBleepingNerds. Follow us on Reddit. If it, as long as it's still called Reddit, I think. Last time I checked, it's still called Reddit. You know what I mean? Who knows when they decide to lose their damn minds. But anyway, while it's still Reddit, follow us on Reddit. You bleeping nerds on Reddit. You bleeping nerds on Twitter. Follow us on that. You know what I'm saying? I was going to get on Threads, but I don't even know if Threads going to exist by next week. So we just going to pause on that. Follow us on Zitter Twitter and follow us on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? You bleeping nerds. Come hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? Hang out with us every day. We do a podcast every day, Monday through Friday. We promise this time. Monday through Friday. We give you a review of a different show of the animated variety, of the nerd variety, of the bleeping nerd variety. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're doing all anime right now, but we're going to diversify. We promise. Probably, the fall season. When the fall season come around, what you think, Ray? If we're probably going to diversify that fall season.
I mean, if we're talking on the podcast about it, yeah, in fall season. Wise or no, I'm already on
it. Oh yeah, no, weird. I mean,
scheming.
There's some hot shit.
I'm scheming.
Like in the hopper right now. Castlevania Nocturne's around the corner. That's gonna be fire.
Arcane is way around the corner.
Arcane's around the corner though. Arcane's down the pike. You know what I'm saying? Down the pike.
Let's see what you did there.
You know what I'm saying? It's down there. No, it's it's good stuff. It's good stuff coming down. I'm watching the My Avengers to Superman. You and I are watching that also.
New episode dropped, didn't it?
Yes. I don't think you've seen the new episode. We'll have to jam that later.
Yes.
Also, probably the new season of Harley Quinn that has dropped. All 3 episodes of the newest season has dropped. So,
delicious.
It's a lot of watching. It's a lot of good stuff here on UBN. So, come hang out with us. Like I said, follow us on our socials and come hang out with us. But, I'm going to give you guys the weekly rundown, and then we're going to get into the episode, man. Zom 100 episode 4. It was good. So, on Monday, obviously, today's Monday, Zom 100. It's my favorite anime out right now. Akira Tendo and his homie, Kencho, running around. Hate your job. Stand up. It's my favorite, best show smoking right now, folks. We're going to talk about it soon. Tuesday, the saddest little pervert this side of Futura, Mashuka Tensai. Sad little perv. You know what I'm saying? He was our magical little pervert. Now he's the saddest little perv this side of the disaster. My goodness. Y'all seem to like that little perv, though. Y'all do numbers when that boy come around. Yeah, saddest little pervert in the world on Tuesday. Wednesday, Bungo Stray Dogs, man. Love that show. Love that show, man. Fukuchi might be the most broken dude in the history of anime. He might kill Saitama. He's so broken. My God.
That's rare.
That dude is so broken. Like, broken. Broken. He's the first guy where I'm like, okay, can he actually kill? Like, because he's just, man, no spoilers right now, but my God. Check us out Wednesday, Bungo Stray Dog Season 5. That is fire. Thursday, more heat. Watch dudes getting pieced up. Jujutsu Kaisen. Stay getting pieced up. R.I.P. Fushigori.
I am caught up.
You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Fushiguro. That's messed up. Broken ass Gojo. I was mad. I went on a whole rant on that podcast. I was like, Gojo, that's some bullshit. He's some bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Crayola powers. You know what I'm saying? Crayola curse, man.
Look, I've been here, but I was dragged around.
My blue and red make purple go boom. Like, what? Like, Jujutsu Kaisen, though. Beautiful. Mappa in their bag. Like beautiful usual. Fight scenes. Like beautiful show. Great. Love that show. And Friday, Undead Girl Murder Farce. Love it. You know what I'm saying? We had a culmination of our last mystery and things are starting to pick up. We're starting to catch up with the man responsible for separating her head from her body and making Suguru a dick. Well, at least super strong. I think he would have been a dick anyway, but making Suguru the way he is partially. So, you know, that's the rundown right now. That's the summer rundown. Check it out with us. But getting into this rundown now, we're going to break down Zom 100 bucket list of the dead. Man, this is my jam. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Hasn't disappointed. We're 4 episodes in. We haven't disappointed, but yeah, nah. Hopping into this rundown. First off, love this opening.
Beautiful opening.
Love this opening. Just beautiful opening. It's a jam.
Plus, we see what type of zombies exist.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They do go through in the actual OP, the different types of zombies that she was describing in the episode previously. You know, the runners, the joggers, the walkers. So cool. But the song is also just a bop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, it's just dystopia. So, like, it's just, it does exactly what an opening is supposed to do. It just gets you so hyped. Gets you so hyped for what's coming, man. Love it. Shout out to the guys who made the opening. You know, it's fantastic. Yeah. Hopping into the episode, you know, the episode opens with my dudes Kensho and Akira, frankly, living a very best life.
Outside on the rooftop.
Like, they kicking it. They kicking it, folks. Like, you know, my dude Akira out here playing what it looks like one of them games that you played at the Dollar Movie Theater arcade.
No, it's Night of Living Dead.
Night of Living Dead, yeah, definitely the arcade version. He's got the game gun. You know what I'm saying? He's got the power shooter gun. He's kicking it on his 24-inch screen. You know what I'm saying? He's kicking it. My dude Kensho's in the kitchen, chefing it. You know, making seafood fried rice with ham. Like, they just live. They all right. They just young naked dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Kensho was only missing a shirt this time.
Man, whatever. They can never go back. They can never go back from last episode. Like, young naked dudes just hanging out, man. Just being bros. Drinking beer. You know what I'm saying? You know, touching on one another's chests. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just hanging out. They're bros.
They were not doing
that. They're bros. You don't know that they weren't, though. But anyway, moving on. Moving on in the episode. You know what I'm saying? They're hanging out, eating delicious food. My dude Kensho notices the bucket list. Mm-hmm. You know, sees the title. It's 100 things to do before he becomes a fucking zombie. You know, it doesn't say fucking zombie. Mine would, but his doesn't. But his, it says, 100 things to do before it becomes a zombie. He looks and it's like 30 some things in there. He's like, yo, I mean, you're not even close. You know, so you failure. You're not even close. You know what I'm saying? 30
it's a work in progress.
Things, right? You know, King has got ideas like, hey, man, I want in. You know what I'm saying? I'll add to the book, too, because you only got like 30 things anyway. So there's plenty of room for me. I want to add some, things to the things to do before we die. The zombie book. You know what I'm saying? And first Akira's like, hey man, what the fuck, get your own bucket list, But eventually, Ken sells it to him, say, man, you my dog, you saved my life is your life, our lives are intertwined once together, like we were on that roof when I stripped all my clothes naked, and we were just naked on the roof together for some reason.
And I scraped my balls on the edge of it.
That's right. I lost my clothes over the edge, but you didn't have to be naked. You chose to be naked. He chose that. But yeah, no. He basically tells him like, nah, man, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of that thing. This thing that means a lot to you, especially, here at the end, And so he kind of relents to that. I thought that was kind of cool. Then Akira's like, hey, man, I want flat screen TV. I want a big ass flat screen TV, man. And they're like, all right, bet, man. Yeah, no, you're right. We playing on this 24-inch on this computer screen monitor. Let's get out here and let's see what we can do. And on the way, Ken tells him, that he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. He tells him why. That when he watched TV growing up, that sketch shows, comedy shows, things like that meant a lot to him. And he, wanted to bring that kind of joy to people, and that it was his dream. And, and then right after that, you know what I'm saying? There's a tanker that comes, and the boys got to dodge it. And they end up avoiding the tanker, ends up exploding the shit. It's all badass.
Yeah, there was a whole motorcycle stare down.
Yeah, he's cold. I wrote here, he's cold with the bike for no reason. I wrote that down here. You can verify for the people, Rave. I wrote cold, beast with the bike for no reason.
Yep.
He's just cold with it. He's cold with it.
It's in the notes.
He's cold with it. But yeah, no, that's basically the first part of the episode. Like, so what stood out the most to you in part one of that episode?
I would say the fact that in this list, we wanted to see what he was going to put down until he read the factor of get a girlfriend in the list. And Kensho was just on his ass. Akira said he was going to get it done by today. That meant a lot. Like, you're in a zombie apocalypse, dog, and you're still looking for love. Mad props.
Is that props? That just seems crazy as fuck to me. Like,
I'm crazy as fuck. So
I guess so.
Bad props.
hey, no spoilers, but like, hey, it works out for some. It worked out for some. So maybe you're not wrong, my friend. You're not wrong, my friend. I guess the part that stood out to me the most is Ken's interest in the book and the symbolism that had in their journey, in this journey up to this point, that they are intertwined, right? Like, I think they're both kind of resigned to this reality that eventually they're gonna die. Akira hasn't made any bones about the fact that he's inevitably going to become a zombie. I imagine Ken has those same understanding. So I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was a very powerful, to kind of like reaffirm their connection, their friendship. The fact that now it's officially their bucket list. It's Akira's bucket list. It's both Ken and Akira's bucket list. And I imagine that, the other characters, as they join them later, right? Again, manga readers, we know that but this is just for the anime watchers who don't know nothing about none of this right now. You know what I mean? But as it becomes more of a group thing, I'd be interested to see how it evolves, and eventually, does it become like 100 or beyond? So like that's something that definitely stood out to me on more than anything in that first part. What do you think?
That was actually an important moment, because now that we know they're going to be sharing the book, who else from the journey is going to be sharing the book with them?
Yeah. You see in the opening that Spy Girl's coming up, and Eventually, your girl. You've been waiting for my girl in the samurai suit since the
Man,
minute you saw her. You've been waiting for her.
patiently.
It's okay. Your waifu, your blade wielding waifu shall appear. I promise you. I promise you.
I just want to see her cut some people up. That's all. And her interaction with Akira, like how she joins. Like I really want to know how it's going to be. Like, is it going to be a funny? Is it going to be serious? It's going to be playful.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's interesting how Ken is talking about his dream impacts Akira and really starts to make him think about the fact that he never had any dreams of his own. I think that really begins in this scene too. So we're probably going to see more of that a little later. But, moving on to like part 2, after that really fucking cool tanker explosion scene, like my dude is like, Jason Statham and fucking the transporter, basically with the bike. He's fucking sweet with it. But yeah, no, the boys escape underground to a mall. You know what I'm saying? They dodge a bunch of zombies. And they end up in the store.
My boy Kira just slid under the security gate doing limbo while Kencho just gently and gracefully rolled.
That's right. That's right. Rugby clearly just makes you like graceful as fuck and like athletic. Apparently you're like qualified to be a super spy on like a spy family level, like when you play rugby.
They fast.
Oh man. Like my dude's like jumping from roofs and shit. Hitting that fucking fireman tuck roll. No, those dudes got it. But no, they dodge a bunch of zombies, end up in the store. Inside is, 4 people, 3 women, and seems like an older guy, business guy. The women are, younger women. The ladies, Raiko, Maki, and Yurikari. They get in. Everybody's kind of terrified. They're afraid that they might be infected. Ken and Akira, they're very happy, to say the least, to see these young ladies. Considering my dude came out for 2 things, right? He came out for flat screens and he came out looking for women. And he hasn't found the flat screen yet, but lo and behold, it was a couple of lovely ladies here. But yeah, pretty much almost immediately after they realize that they're not zombies, they end up like drinking, get drunk together, start eating and shit. Where they're like, "Oh, you guys aren't zombies? Well, so this all sucks. Let's all get drunk." And everything pretty divulges pretty quickly from this point. It's actually rather funny how quickly things divulge. My dude Kencho clearly in his element with the ladies.
While Kira is over there like,
Kira, not in his element. Not in his element. Not doing very well. Asked my girl, did she have a boyfriend? She looked at him like, dog, are you really trying to slide right now? Like, during the apocalypse. Now, I would argue, like, hey, man, it's the apocalypse. If not now.
When?
I'm just saying, if not now. I'm saying, baby. You know what I'm saying? It could be our last night on Earth. Let's make it your best night on Earth ever. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Some people look at these things differently. Some people want to, pray to God and, and be with their family. And I would, I'd probably want to be with my loved ones in that moment. But I could also see a version of that playing out where it's like, you know what? We're about to end how long? 30 minutes?
Let me go do all the dumb things I wanted to do.
Hey, 30 minutes? Hey, okay.
I can do a lot of shit in 30 minutes,
Hey, all I'm saying, I'm not judging these people here, okay? Taking Jack Daniels to the face. My girl Reiko's a drinker. Taking that yak to the face.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That good Jack Daniels. I love how they literally just animate a perfect Jack Daniels bottle, and then they can't put the actual brand on it.
So they just threw whiskey on it.
I know, it's so fucking funny. In a different number, they didn't actually put the right Jack Daniels number. I love that animation. It reminds me of the phony screen in Death Note back in the day because it couldn't make the Sony screen. It was the phony screen. Oh man, that's just little anime shit I love over here, man. UBN, but nah, they end up, they start getting at it. You know what I'm saying? They start getting after it here in the apocalypse. They start drinking and flirting. My dude Akira trying to show off for the ladies. Snorts tequila.
Because he didn't know what else to do.
Not that, bruh. God damn. Like, I don't know. You're definitely like, you're that not cool friend that kid hangs out with because you're like, you still understand me on a personal level, but you're not great with the ladies. You're not great with the young young tenderonis. You're not good with them. I can't bring you around, the young sweeties. Can't bring you around. You're a little spasmatronic. Can't deal with you.
Who, me or Akira?
Akira, bro. Come on, dog. I bring you because I want to bring more ladies. But yeah, no.
Touche.
You know what I'm saying? Trust me. If I want less girls, it's not Raven I wouldn't bring. But anyway. Anywho. You know what I'm saying? Anywho. They getting after it. Maki and Ken, they fuck. I mean, they do.
I was thinking because
they do.
Like, they made it clear as day.
They fuck.
They was going to end up doing it.
It just, I think there's just no point of sugarcoating it. You know what I'm saying? Unless she likes it like that. But, like, there's no point of sugarcoating it. You know what I'm saying? They fuck here in this apocalypse. This joyful, colorful, beautiful rainbow apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? They got that good on. Good for them too, man. I'm always for more people getting more.
Yeah.
Get more, man. It's good for you. Protect yourself. Protect yourself and don't cheat. Relationships are more important than physical experiences, y'all. But all that said, get as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Get as much as you can. So good for Ken, good for Maki. You know what I'm saying? And not good for Akira. Snorting the tequila fucks him up. He's got to go to the bathroom and vomit and basically just damn near die. I imagine he was on the brink. He was on the brink there, I would imagine.
I mean, he snorted a bottle, not a full bottle, but like 7/8 of a bottle of tequila.
Oof,
gold tequila. It wasn't normal tequila. It was gold tequila. So that burn was legit.
That's crazy ass motherfucking shit to do. My God.
I couldn't do it.
Snorting alcohol has to be painful. God damn.
I couldn't.
That dude, he was on some other shit. Like I don't know.
I'd rather snort.
I've done some very stupid things to try to impress women, mainly around money. Ooh, boy, you snorted it out. You took a bottle. Like, bro, we really could have been burying you here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the type of shit in real life. You end up reading about a kid in the paper that he ends up killing himself at a party doing dumb shit like that. My God. Not the best move.
But props for his heart and confidence.
Nah, fuck that. Nah. We don't give props for stupid. We don't give props for stupid here at UBN. That is against the law here at UBN. We don't give props for stupid. When you do stupid things, we put the stupid hat on you and we make you go sit in the corner. And that's what he did. And that's what his drunk ass needed to go do. He needed to go sit in the fucking corner and cry into that toilet like the fucking dummy he was for snorting tequila. God, all these good drugs around you could be snorting and you're snorting tequila. What's the matter with you? Guys, you're an idiot.
They have to still find the drugs. You know that, right?
Because they're not looking hard enough. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Moving on. Our girl Yakari. She comes, to comfort him and, let him know. Just make sure he didn't die. Make sure he didn't fucking overdose. Nobody cares. Like, my dude snorted a fifth of tequila to the brain. That's a drink. And he snorted it. That's not how it's supposed to be consumed. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was checking on him. He could have been dead. He
really could have.
He could have been dead as fuck, right? Could have been dead as fuck. But yeah, nah. Yukari actually comes to check on him to make sure he's not actually fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? So what what stood out to you there in part 2, man?
His boldness of what made you think of snorting a bottle of tequila would be the good idea. Like,
dude, that's the nuttiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Stupidity, yes, but his confidence of I need to get this party started. I will give him that because he was like, nothing's working, everything's failing. I gotta be the party starter. He got that party started. Riker came back and was like, fuck it, he knows how to party. Let's drink. And everybody was having a ball. He started the party for doing something stupid.
I don't know. I feel like the party was going to start no matter what. Like, I think, once the liquor started flowing, you know what I'm saying? And then my dude Ken's chest came out, you know what I'm saying? I think the party was on the pop, you know what I'm saying? You kind of just needed to I think that was a vibes moment. You need to kind of just go with the vibes there. You know what I'm saying? I think a little bit would have found its way over to you, if you know what I mean. But classic case of my man's trying too hard.
Yeah.
Tried to force it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you can't. For any experienced person knows, you can't force it. You're not gonna get anywhere. You gotta be enticing and patient, and eventually it'll all open up to you. If you know, you know. Moving on. My favorite part. Man, it got freaky fast. It was just like, zombies. We're trapped here. Are you zombies? No. Okay. Well, I'm scared. You want a drink? Sure. Okay. Oh, man. I'm drunk. Yeah, me too. All right, cool. All right, let's all start fucking. Like, it's just like, oh, okay. What was that? What, 4 minutes real time? We went from like zombie escape explosion to a potential sex scene. It guarantees sex scene. My dude, Kencho put it down.
Yeah, he was on that mission.
Had her on it. She needed some more of that. He's worried about his homie getting eaten by zombies. She's like, nah, you about to get eaten by this zombie right here.
Yeah, we gonna get into that one on that in a couple
minutes. Literally. Oh man. But yeah. So sex aside, moving on. We cut up to my girl Reka. She drunk. She been drinking this whole time since they found the liquor. She been pounding away. She was complaining, bitching about something.
A bottle of Jack to the head.
Take it straight to the face. My man, the square dude over there, who's not trying to get any, apparently.
I know, no businessman.
Yeah, old guy. Turns out my man had gotten bitten by a zombie on his ankle. No bueno. No bueno indeed, sir.
And no one knew.
No, he knew, punk ass.
He knew.
But
no one else knew.
Nobody else knew, no. And, yeah. Reka's sitting there complaining. He kind of comes up under her, we'll call it her thighs. She thinks, oh, hey, stop potentially molesting or raping me. Hey, cut that out, But it's actually somehow much worse than that. On the rare times that it's actually much worse than a man trying to sexually assault you. It is actually a zombie who seems like he, just by my observation, I'm not sure, it wasn't quite as transparent as, other scenes that transpire like that. But it seems like by my observation that he bit her right in the pussy. What do you think, Raven?
Why are you gonna come in so smooth with
what are you talking about?
Suddenly just.
What are you talking about?
That's from your site. From my site, I saw his hands was already bleeding, but they did make a bite sound.
I mean, I've deliberated on this an enormous amount, And just by my calculation, in summation, I believe he's bit her right in the pussy.
They didn't show it, but if there's an uncensored version, that might help clarify.
Listen, I know that angle very well. There's not a lot else going on down there. He didn't bite her in the thigh. That's not the most attractive thing. That's not no. No, that's not what happened.
Look, I'm just saying.
He bit her in the pussy.
I'm just saying.
That sucks. That really sucks.
Oof.
Indeed. Bitter in the pussy, man. I'm sorry, I can't. Is that gonna be the name of this episode? Bitter in the pussy. I think so. I think we're
copyrighted for that.
That's not what copywriting means. Sorry, explicit tag for that. But I mean, we explicit tag. We're called You Bleeping Nerds for a fucking reason, right? I mean,
touche.
So, but yeah. After her being bitten in her, voluptuous vulva, she's, turned into a zombie. That's what happens when you're bitten by a zombie anywhere, but particularly there. She turns into a zombie. Meanwhile, my dude, Akira's chopping it up, still hoping, wishing over there with Yukari, doing everything he can. But after my dude Kenjon finished putting it down on Maki.
First time or second time?
Second time. He finishes putting it down. They come over. We see Reika taking a bottle to the face, so everything's normal, it seems.
Until he realizes there's liquid not going in.
Yeah, but she a little sloppy. That was happening earlier anyway, so it's like, she's still fucked up. She's still partying, Turns out she can't drink because there's a hole in her fucking face because she's a fucking zombie. She runs after, leaps, tackles Maki, and literally rips her fucking face off.
With her teeth.
With her mouth. With her teeth, just rips her whole face off.
She got Baraka.
Like a fruit roll up. Like rips it up. Like you know what I'm saying? Rips her face off like a fruit roll up. Peels that shit. Oh man, that shit was metal as fuck, man. Holy shit, rips her face right the fuck off. And my dude Ken, realizing something is amiss here, gets out of dodge. Meanwhile, Yukari and Akira still chopping it up. She's letting Akira know that her dream was to be a flight attendant, and she feels bad about it because some dude made fun of her. And Akira, being the sweet kid he is, letting him know, hey man, if that was your dream, hey, don't let anybody tell you anything's wrong with it. Wonderful advice, considering we're starting a podcast when the world might be ending from global warming. I can aspire to that. Wonderful message. Unfortunately, as that happens, a zombie falls from the sky and crushes her and bites her in the neck.
And it's the old businessman.
Yes, it is the businessman zombie who was a punk and should have told everybody he was a zombie and got himself out of here for the greater good. Punk selfish punk.
Episode would have ended perfectly.
But anyhow, Akira's new squeeze piece is now affected as a zombie. Relationship over. Definitely a deal breaker for me. Hard pass now. But yeah, she transform. She's gonna transform into a zombie. It's a done deal here. Nothing anybody can do. She says her last goodbyes. Real sweet to him. Really betraying that boyfriend she said she had earlier in the episode too. God, it's crazy how motherfuckers be switching teams on you like that. Crazy. But yeah, she gets chomped up by the businessman. My dude Akira has to book it out of there. You know, he ends up running back into his homie Cho. You know, got these chicks chasing after him, but you know, not like usual. She's a zombie this time. You know,
But he got the TV.
right? Found the guy. He got the 60-inch TV, baby, 70-inch TV. Kid came across it. You know, they slide that boy up on the motorcycle, and it's Dip City. They out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Mission fully accomplished.
Fully.
You know, they get back to campsite roof home base. My dude gets back to kicking it, you know, playing Night of the Living Dead, and, you know, starts thinking about his dreams, what's it mean to have dreams. And, you know, before the episode closes out, my dude Akira, you know, adds another item to the bucket list, which was remember his childhood dreams. And, you know, that's how the episode closes out. You know, what stood out to you about anything in that?
It was the last part, remembering his childhood dream.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're going to get a lot of detail about that one.
What do you think it was?
Honestly, I feel like since he's constantly like playing games and Kencho knows him pretty well, I feel like he could have been he wanted to be like a professional gamer, or he wanted to create a game. Because he's actually really good with games.
He kind of seems like that type. Yeah, he's a gamer, hardcore gamer. He needs the big screen. Yeah.
And if not, maybe an IT genius where he wanted to create something through.
Nah, those guys seem kind of stuffy. He does seem more like laid back than that. I like your game theory better.
Okay, then what's my defense? I'm not stuffy and I did IT.
But you don't now. You're a wrestler. You're a professional wrestler now.
Make me blow up like Jigglypuff Power.
That's right.
Where your Sharpie at? I can't wait till you fall asleep.
I'm too dark for that to work. But anyway,
yeah. Sharpies work on everyone.
And
I worked on Brock.
And I'm too dark and I have too much nappy facial hair. But yeah, no, anyway. Fucking, yeah. I'm very much interested to see what his actual childhood dream was. You know, we have really no indication to what he actually loves as a person. Mostly because, like a lot of us in the world, that company sucked a lot of his youth away from him. You know, 3 prime years of being young literally just was pissed down the drain by this exploitive fucking monster of a company.
As we both are thinking of our specific jobs that took away our youth.
All too fucking relatable.
All too fucking relatable.
All too fucking relatable, man. You know, it's I mean, one reason why I love this show, like, they keep hammering the concept of, like, yeah, it's the zombie apocalypse, but thank God I don't have to go to fucking work. Like, that's just an overarching theme of, like, the freedom. You know, the freedom, even in dire circumstances, you know, just the freedom of the randomness, you know, to determine what you're doing day to day can be so desirable, you know, considering, you know, what you're coming from. You know, that's one reason I'm really loving Psalm 100, man. Nah, but yeah, that's gonna be it for episode 4 analysis. Rave, what do you think about the series so far? 4 episodes in.
It's amazing so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking really hard about one thing that's popped up in my head. If you are a professional wrestler in the world of zombies,
yes,
are you just gonna run up and suplex one, or are you just gonna stay inside? Like, it's like I can see a drop kick. I can see.
I mean, Akira fucking Jervis fucking sumo threw a fucking dude through a window.
True.
Well, it was more like a rugby tackle. He fucking rugby tackled my man through a window.
But it's like, I kind of hope they run into like a wrestler, and he's on a journey of his own, trying to find his family that he knows is still alive because they made contact. And I kind of just want to see him for like 5 minutes purely just Zangiefing it up, just beating the shit out of zombies with power bombs, Pile drivers, DDT, suplexes. He sees Akira. Akira grabs him, and then he explains everything. Just goes right back outside, and just continues beating their asses.
That would be funny. Like I could definitely see it seeing like a dude built like what's your favorite animal wrestling show? What's my dude's name?
Oh, Kaneko Mask. I think his name was Kenshiro.
Yeah, like my dude like built like him, just like suplexing fucking zombies for fucking free hours and hours. No, that would be funny to fucking see. But the thing, you just wouldn't want to touch them. You just don't want to be infected. That's always the catch-22 with that. Like you just don't want to fucking touch them.
Well, right now that we know of, the only way you can be infected is either natural causes of death or you get bit.
Yeah.
There is no other signs of if they get saliva on you, not sweat, but like if the zombie's blood touches you, because Akira's been touched by zombies and got their blood on him, but he's fine. There are some zombies that spit in his face and he's still fine. So it's like, what are all the negatives of what you can do to become one? And right now it's just you die of old age, you die of a heart attack, you get bit. Or you get killed by something coming crashing down on you because that person died driving a pickup truck or a trash truck.
So I'm not actually sure if you die of natural causes, you actually become a zombie. I'm gonna have to look back and see. I'm actually gonna have to look back and examine, because so far it seems like I assumed that it was just you were infected directly by like a bite or a scratch or something like that. I didn't know if it was a Walking Dead situation where everyone becomes a zombie. I'm just not sure. Like, I'm not sure if they've even explained any of the rules of the actual apocalypse.
No, not yet.
So yeah, that'll be something to look forward to. But no, I love the show. I love it more and more. The scenery again, it's just always beautiful. It's always just fun to watch, man. You know, it's so beautifully disgusting or disgustingly beautiful, whichever way you want to say it. Like it, but it is like it's like the scene with Reiko in the Jack Daniels bottle leaking out of the hole in her face. Like it's just one of the most grotesque fucking things. But that scene is like it's grotesque, it's funny. It's actually just beautiful because it's beautifully animated. Like the bottle is just well detailed. There's always just so much details in it. It's just high end quality stuff, man. Zom 100's really doing their thing with the animation and just everything they've done. I love this show. I absolutely love this show, man. What do you think?
I love the show too. Like you said, everything when it comes to the art style, I'm already here for it. The storyline so far with everyone that we've met so far, clean, and the music in the background for some scenes, bangers. Like,
oh yeah,
I honestly want them to make a whole entire soundtrack of all the songs that's in each episode from intro to outro.
Oh yeah, especially like you said, like the action scenes. Like obviously we've already talked about the intros and fucking banger. Like just visually, sonically, you know, the writing, it has heart, right? You know, getting into, you know, going from hopelessness to the ultimate freedom and relief has just been such a fun ride. Like it makes him so easy to root for. You know, it's such an easy character to root for, man. Like he's such a nice dude, and you know, obviously he's whimsical and careless and things like that. And obviously they're taking some liberties in, you know, in what's clearly a very dire situation worldwide, I would imagine. But they've made a character that is so easy to root for. Nah, man, I'm loving the show, man. Do you have anything else on it?
Besides the factor of I am patiently waiting for my samurai chick to pop up and cause havoc.
I'm pretty sure she's next episode.
Man, you said that last week.
Right, because I thought she might have been a flight attendant, but now I know she's not a flight attendant. Shout out to flight attendants, by the way. Y'all work real hard to deal with drunk assholes. They shouldn't allow alcohol on planes.
Unless it's a private plane.
Right. But no, I think your girl's gonna be in the next episode because it refers to the hero. She seems like she's the hero. So.
Plus, I want to know when he's gonna get that RV. Like that ending telling us he's gonna get the RV makes me so happy. I just need to see the RV now. Like that's the pure wholesome moment of it. Like no, throughout this whole entire zombie apocalypse, he finds a way to find freedom and joy and peace with whatever he does and do. And it becomes a whole entire wholesome moment that could not be like scripted. It was just formed right then and there.
Damn.
So beautiful.
No. Beautiful indeed. Just like this show. Just like this podcast. And just like y'all, man. Thanks for hanging out with us today. You know, jamming here. Y'all did 45 minutes, 50 minutes with us, man. You know, we don't ask for much of y'all time, but we're happy you guys come and hang out with us, man. That's going to be it for our breakdown of Zom 100 bucket list of the dead. You know, I can't wait for this show to come back around every week. I can't wait to the Monday again.
Right.
You know, I just can't. It's my favorite show out. It's number one, and it's gonna win intro of the year for me. It's my front runner. I'm declaring it in my nebulous list that I don't write down anywhere. I'm declaring it. It's winning intro of the year. It's killing it. But no,
I'm just patiently waiting because you already know, like, it's in the running.
Yeah. Oh man, it's fantastic, and that's why we're here. That's why I picked it, man. It looked like it was great. It hasn't disappointed. But no, thank you guys for hanging out with us here, my friends here at You Bleeping Nerds, UBN. You know, we appreciate you guys. Like I said, we do a podcast every day. Check us out tomorrow when we do Mashuko Tenzai. You can tell it's time to go, boy. My words are not coming out. No, when we do Mashuko Tenzai, you know, the saddest pervert this side of Fatoa. You know, we're gonna break that down, and hopefully things are looking up with my boy Soul Dad. You know, he's gonna hang out with their crew and see what's happening there. And you know, follow us on socials. You know, You Bleeping Nerds on Zitter Twitter. You know, You Bleeping Nerds on Reddit. You know, that's it. We ain't nowhere else because I don't know what's going to exist next week. So those are the only places I trust so far. You know, Zitter, Twitter, and Reddit. You know, You Bleeping Nerds. You know, big U, big E, big N. You know, finish it with a Z. You know, I am the skipper, the captain. This here boat. Your boy A. You know, for my boy Raven.
I'm just a driver.
That's right. We're signing off here at UBN. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Take care. Peace.